Exploring the fascinating world of Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, a titan of German literature, was born into the bustling city of Frankfurt, Germany, on August 28, 1749. His birth heralded the arrival of a polymath whose influence would extend far beyond the confines of his own time, leaving an indelible mark on the world of art, science, and literature. Not content with mastering just the pen, Goethe delved deeply into the realms of science. His curiosity and intellect drove him to make significant contributions to botany, anatomy, and color theory, showcasing a mind that found no boundaries between the arts and the sciences, a true testament to his polymathic nature. Among his vast oeuvre, Faust shines the brightest. This tragic play, weaving a complex tale of ambition, despair, and redemption, has been celebrated as a pinnacle of German literature. Its profound impact on readers and writers alike underscores Goethe's unparalleled prowess in capturing the human spirit. Goethe's The Theory of Colors, published in 1810, presented a bold challenge to Isaac Newton's established views on color. Emphasizing the psychological effects and subjective experience of color, his work offered a fresh perspective that intertwined science with a deep understanding of human perception. His vision of world literature was revolutionary, advocating for a global cultural exchange that transcended national boundaries. This concept reflected Goethe's belief in the universal value of sharing and appreciating literary works from diverse cultures, foreshadowing the interconnected global society of today. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe's journey into the world of literature began at a tender age, under the guidance of his mother. She was the one who first introduced him to the enchanting realm of fairy tales and folklore. This early exposure sparked a flame in Goethe's heart that would illuminate the path to his future as a literary giant. Despite his enrollment in law at the University of Leipzig, Goethe's passion for literature, art, and philosophy quickly outshone his legal studies. The university became less a place for legal training and more a crucible where his artistic and philosophical inclinations were nurtured and refined. It was during a transformative Italian journey from 1786 to 1788 that Goethe's aesthetic and philosophical views underwent a profound evolution. Italy's rich culture and art deeply influenced him, leading to what would be known as his classical period. This experience reshaped his creative outlook, instilling a harmony and clarity in his works that mirrored classical ideals. Back in Germany, Goethe found a kindred spirit in Friedrich Schiller, another titan of German literature. Their friendship blossomed into a legendary intellectual partnership, with each inspiring the other to new heights. This camaraderie was a testament to the power of collaborative genius in the realm of literature and thought. While Goethe's literary pursuits flourished, he also served in various political roles at the court of Weimar. This balancing act between his artistic ambitions and statesman duties showcased his versatile genius. His ability to navigate the complexities of court life without sacrificing his literary production further cemented his legacy as one of the greatest figures of German literature. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe's novel, The Sorrows of Young Werther, catapulted him to fame, yet it was a double-edged sword. The story's intense portrayal of unrequited love and despair resonated with many, but it also sparked controversy for its perceived glorification of romantic melancholy and suicide, leading to a wave of Werther fever across Europe. Goethe's fascination with Eastern cultures is vividly reflected in his collection West-Eastern Divan. Inspired by the Persian poet Hafez, this anthology bridges Western and Eastern literary traditions, showcasing Goethe's profound appreciation for the poetry and wisdom of the East. It stands as a testament to his belief in the universal value of cultural exchange. An avid mineralogist, Goethe's interest in the natural world was not confined to his literary pursuits. His extensive mineral collection was among the largest of his era, reflecting his deep engagement with the Earth's hidden treasures. This collection was more than a hobby, it informed his scientific studies and theories. Despite Goethe's numerous romantic entanglements, he eventually married Christiane Vulpius in 1806, a woman with whom he had already started a family. Their unconventional relationship, beginning during a tumultuous period of his life, evolved into a lasting partnership, underscoring Goethe's complex personal life and its influence on his creative output. Goethe's A Metamorphosis of Plants unveiled his groundbreaking views on plant development, proposing that all plant forms evolved from a common ancestor. This concept not only advanced the fields of botany and morphology but also laid foundational ideas that would later influence Charles Darwin and the theory of evolution, highlighting Goethe's far-reaching impact beyond literature. Goethe's work on morphology notably influenced Charles Darwin and the burgeoning theory of evolution. By examining the underlying structures of plants, Goethe proposed ideas about transformation and adaptation in the natural world. These concepts laid foundational stones for Darwin, who would later expand upon them in his own evolutionary theories. The term Weltliteratur, or world literature, was coined by Goethe to foster a global exchange of literary ideas. He envisioned a world where literature transcended national boundaries, encouraging cultural exchange and mutual understanding. This idea of global literary appreciation remains relevant, influencing literary studies and global cultural exchanges today. Goethe's influence stretched beyond the realms of literature and science into the philosophy of German idealism. His ideas contributed significantly to this movement, which emphasized the role of the mind in shaping the world. Through his writings, Goethe explored how human consciousness could influence reality, a cornerstone of German idealism. Throughout his life, Goethe maintained correspondence with many leading intellectuals and cultural figures. This extensive network of contacts allowed him to exchange ideas and influence thought across Europe. His letters provide a rich historical insight into the intellectual landscape of the time, revealing Goethe's central role in it. Goethe viewed the French Revolution with skepticism, fearing the chaos and violence it unleashed. While he recognized the need for social and political reforms, Goethe worried about the loss of order and the potential for widespread destruction. His cautious stance reflects a broader concern for stability and peace over radical change. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe's autobiography, Poetry and Truth from My Own Life, offers an intimate glimpse into the European cultural scene of the late 18th century. His narrative weaves personal experiences with historical events, providing readers with a vivid portrait of the time. Through his eyes, we explore the intellectual and artistic fervor that defined the era, making history palpable and personal. Goethe's work in geology, particularly his theory on the intermaxillary bone in humans, showcases his diverse interests and contributions beyond literature. His keen observations and scientific rigor underscore the depth of his intellect and curiosity. This foray into the natural sciences exemplifies how Goethe's pursuits often bridge the gap between art and science, reflecting his belief in their interconnectivity. As a Freemason, Goethe's literary and philosophical ideas were undoubtedly shaped by the principles and values of Freemasonry. This aspect of his life adds a layer of complexity to his work, suggesting that his writings were not only influenced by his vast array of interests but also by the Masonic ideals of enlightenment, personal development, and the pursuit of knowledge. The closing moments of Goethe's life are as poetic as his writings. His final words, "more light," reflect a lifelong quest for understanding and illumination, both literally and metaphorically. This desire for enlightenment, in the face of death, encapsulates the essence of Goethe's life and work, a relentless pursuit of knowledge and beauty. The establishment of the Goethe Institute in 1951 ensured that Goethe's legacy would continue to influence and inspire. By promoting German language and culture globally, the Institute upholds Goethe's vision of a Weltliteratur, or world literature, fostering international cultural exchange and understanding. Through its work, the essence of Goethe's ideals transcends time, reaching new generations worldwide. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe harbored a profound belief in the symbiotic relationship between science and art, viewing them not as disparate fields but as interconnected disciplines. He argued that both realms seek truth and beauty, each through its unique lens but ultimately contributing to a unified understanding of the world. This perspective underscored his works, blending scientific inquiry with poetic expression and setting a precedent for interdisciplinary exploration. In Elective Affinities, Goethe delves into the complexities of human relationships, using chemical laws as metaphors to explore the bonds between people. This novel exemplifies his ability to intertwine scientific concepts with literary craftsmanship, offering insights into the nature of human connections and the forces that draw individuals together or push them apart. Goethe's stature in modern German literature remains unparalleled, his works having been translated into countless languages. His mastery across genres and themes has cemented his legacy as a literary colossus, whose influence transcends time and geographical boundaries. The universal appeal of his writings speaks to his profound understanding of human nature and the human condition. His keen interest in music further demonstrates Goethe's interdisciplinary approach. He integrated musical elements into his poetry and dramas, enriching his literary output with a rhythmic and melodic dimension. This fusion of literary and musical art forms highlights his belief in the harmonious unity of all arts, enhancing the emotional and aesthetic impact of his works. Goethe's cautious stance towards the Romantic movement, despite his significant influence on it, reflects his complex relationship with the art of his time. While he inspired Romantic artists and writers, he maintained a critical distance, emphasizing clarity, form, and the balance between emotion and reason. This nuanced position illustrates his broader vision of art and creativity, advocating for a balanced approach that values both passion and precision. The Goethe Medal, a prestigious accolade, annually honors individuals who significantly contribute to the spread of the German language and foster international cultural exchange. This award reflects Johann Wolfgang von Goethe's enduring legacy, emphasizing the importance of cross-cultural dialogue and understanding, principles he deeply valued throughout his life. Faust, arguably Goethe's magnum opus, has transcended time and geographical boundaries, inspiring myriad adaptations across music, theater, and film. Its universal themes of ambition, desire, and the quest for knowledge resonate with audiences worldwide, showcasing Goethe's unparalleled ability to capture the human condition, thus cementing the work's relevance in contemporary culture. Goethe's fascination with the supernatural is evident in his exploration of magic and alchemy, themes that permeate his literary works. This interest not only underscores his versatility as a writer but also reflects the broader intellectual curiosity of his era, where the boundaries between science, philosophy, and the mystical were frequently blurred. In his philosophical writings, Goethe delved into aesthetics and the theory of knowledge, contributions that continue to influence contemporary thought. His reflections on beauty, art, and human understanding offer profound insights into the interplay between the sensory and the intellectual, highlighting his belief in the interconnectedness of all aspects of human endeavor. Despite achieving immense fame, Goethe's relationship with his celebrity was complex. He often mulled over the burdens of fame in his writings, providing a nuanced perspective on the pitfalls of public adoration. This introspection reveals a man who, despite his monumental achievements, grappled with the very human concerns of legacy and self-perception. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe's profound engagement with the works of Shakespeare led him to champion a more naturalistic style in drama and literature. This approach marked a significant shift from the rigid conventions of the time, advocating for authenticity in the portrayal of human emotions and relationships. Goethe's keen observations of the environment, particularly within meteorology, laid foundational stones for modern scientific inquiry. His methodical and detailed documentation of weather patterns showcased his belief in the interconnection of art and science, influencing future generations of scientists. The asteroid 3047 Goethe, named in his honor, symbolizes the extraordinary impact of his legacy beyond the confines of literature and philosophy. This celestial namesake underscores the universal acclaim for Goethe's contributions, bridging the gap between the arts, sciences, and the vast expanse of space. Throughout his extensive travels across Europe, including significant periods in Rome, Venice, and Sicily, Goethe's exposure to diverse art forms and cultures profoundly shaped his aesthetic and philosophical viewpoints. These experiences enriched his works, infusing them with a cosmopolitan breadth and depth. Goethe's influence extends to his memorialization in statues, stamps, and currency, encapsulating his enduring legacy as a cultural titan. These honors reflect the deep respect and admiration for Goethe's genius, ensuring that his contributions to literature, science, and art continue to inspire and resonate worldwide.